Okay, we're live. We're live. It is Thanksgiving night, and I think it's like 8:30, so we're a little bit early. And I am on the West Coast. Hey, diacritical. So last night we had a little bit of trouble because I got home pretty late, and in DC it was even Eastern time, it was even later, so it was too late for me to start a live stream because I knew most of you would probably be sleeping, except for West Coasters maybe, but I didn't want to make a live stream just for a few people. So tonight we have to do things a little bit early because of course there's Thanksgiving plans, and even if you don't have plans, I hope that you choose to relax a little bit if you have some time. If you're off from work, or if you're not, maybe just take a moment to yourself, appreciate some of the things in your life. The past few Thanksgivings, I was not with my family. I was just I don't know, random places. I was with other people. I was in different places. Sometimes just by myself, sometimes just in the city wandering around, and they were kind of depressing by myself. So I'm thankful that now I'm with family, and it's great. And even if you feel like there isn't a lot to feel grateful about, even if you feel like there's too much stress going on, too much sadness or loneliness or whatever, it gets better. It always gets better. Things don't stay in one place, and things always change. You're never gonna stay in one place. And thanks for the kind wishes, everybody. Thank you. Thanks for the kind wishes. It's really it feels really nice to be getting such warm vibes. It's very rare to get such warm vibes, especially from a lot of you Periscopers on Twitter. I love my viewers so much. I love my viewers. And it's hard to focus. It's hard not to focus on the haters. It's like I'm so like, I take the people who are there for me so granted that it's almost like I get used to it, and I become so attached to it that when there's like maybe a few haters here and there, I kind of go I freak out, and it's just so crazy for me. So it's hard to not focus on those people. But usually when you do notice them so strongly, it's because there isn't a lot of them, which is nice. Someone is saying that they're thankful for the president. President Trump is right now in Afghanistan. He made a surprise visit for the troops in Afghanistan. So that's cool. Of course, he's going to be attacked for that. I'm all for constructive criticism, but I am thankful for the great things that the president does. I'm not gonna I try not to blindly love everybody, just because, like, I mean, I do love everybody, honestly, but I try not to, like, blindly endorse things that everybody does. But I think that surprise visit in Afghanistan is a beautiful thing. And I'm thankful for the people who try to bring some happiness and joy into politics, which I think the president does a lot. He does it very often, and I think that's a really important thing to have. There are people here and there. People are starting to appreciate that politics isn't everything, and sometimes not everything has to be a war. You tease people, you can tease people, you can, I don't know, make jokes, you can just like you can debate, but at the end of the day, not everything is a war. Not everybody has hatred in their heart. Not everybody has to have hatred in their heart. Sometimes sometimes people are just genuinely there and interested and talking and joking around. It's fine. Yes, someone that says they're thankful for fun and family. Miriam says, I'm thankful for fun and family. Um, Same. Poser says, Happy People's Day. I've definitely taken family for granted for a while just because I was so wrapped up in all the craziness that was happening, and I wasn't around family, so sometimes it's easy to forget that. I'm thankful for this live stream. I'm thankful that it hasn't been so long, at least not for me, since I started doing camera stuff. Do you guys remember when I started? It wasn't so long ago that I had the courage to take a camera, put it in front of me, and start talking into it and talking to you guys instead of hiding behind my laptop and just tweeting to you. It took a lot of courage for me to start like talking to you as if you're in the room with me and not being too shy about it. It has been a huge change, and it's made a huge change in my personality. My confidence level has changed so much. My confidence level has really just, and I also think that it helped me speak more clearly. So I'm thankful for the amount that my speech has improved. I still say like and a lot, and I also say that's like another filler phrase, but it's improved a lot. I think it really has improved. Thank you, Miriam. Right. Yes, I am live early. I'm live early, and some of you saw my vlog from yesterday, and it got so many reactions. And I knew it would get a lot of reactions. Hopefully you got mostly entertained by that. Hopefully it didn't upset you too much. But I thought I should share it just because I thought it was a hugely interesting experience. It was something that was very much out of my element, out of my comfort zone, and very different and cool and fun and interesting for me. It was very enlightening, a little bit scary, and I knew that someday I would tell you guys about it. I wasn't ready because I was working for people. I didn't want to embarrass anybody. But now that I'm working for myself and I'm building this on my own, I can say whatever I want. I can tell you whatever story you wanted. And, it feels nice to be able to do that. I am thankful for being free. I'm thankful for being free from any sort of expectations that people have from me that they don't have the right to have. I'm thankful for being free from any sort of ideology that somebody else imposes on me. I'm free to say whatever I want. I'm free to talk to whoever I want, hang out with whoever I want. You shouldn't talk to this person. They're crazy. They're bad. They're this. I'm thankful that I can love whoever I want, be seen with whoever I want. Yeah, we talk about guilt by association, but it's so interesting because once you start to assert that you don't care, and that's something that I've been working on doing, people don't give me as much garbage anymore for being seen with this person or that person, even though I've hung out with and I was seen with all sorts of controversial people that are very much hated. And I'm thankful that I got to a point where I can do that and people don't give me as much garbage. They say, oh, that's Pardes. It's fine. She does that. She hangs out with everybody. And that's like a huge thing for me. Like, it's really nice to have that freedom and to sort of like set that rapport with people, that I can just hang out with whoever I want and talk to whoever I want and love whoever I want, and people won't give me garbage for it. People give me a lot less garbage than they used to for, like political stuff. Even though I'm constantly shitting on political stuff all the time, constantly saying, I don't like this, I don't like that, whatever. People give me a lot less garbage for it. They don't, they Poser says Pardes is changing social media moods. Yes, my social media timeline, if you see my social media timeline, just so much negativity, and I react to the negativity too, like, it like affects me so much. Every little negative feeling that somebody puts out there, every negative feeling that somebody puts out there, like negative vibe or whatever, it affects me. Like, I react to it very quickly, and it's hard to not do that. It's like very tempting not to. So if you look at my Twitter timeline, some of it is me reacting to trolls, or like people who are like angry. Like, I tweeted something last night. It was a Bible verse that I really don't know anything about. My friend told me about it. It was like, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. So I'm not Christian. My Christian friend told me about it. It was in relation to like not judging people and not being a hypocrite. And so he told me about that, and like you shouldn't be the one to judge, saying that. So he told me about that. I thought it was really beautiful. I thought it was a very beautiful quote, and I shared it last night, and it was like, and most people loved it. So most people loved it, and I'm not going to overlook the people who loved it, and they give me so much positive reaction to it, and they loved it. But oh my gosh, like, there were so many people who were angry that I was like appropriating the Christian faith, even though I'm not Christian. Like, they were like, how dare you, maybe you shouldn't talk about things you don't know anything about. Maybe you shouldn't read other people's religion things to them or whatever. Like, maybe you shouldn't, and it's like, maybe you shouldn't use other people's religions against them. And it's like, I'm not trying to use anybody's religion. I just saw a nice quote that I actually thought was very beautiful. My friend told me about it, and I was like, I don't hold myself off. I'm not gonna limit myself from anything that is beautiful and nice and true and wonderful. I'm not going to say, just because I have this certain faith or this certain ideology, that I'm not going to objectively look at something and say, well, it doesn't matter what preconceived notion I have. This thing that I'm looking at right now is a good and beautiful thing, and I'm going to say that. I'm not going to say, well, this is my background is this, and this background of this quote is this or this, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look at something at face value and say, I'm going to look at something at face value and say, do I like this? Do I not like it? And if I do, then I'll say it. And so for everybody saying, you're Jewish, you can't use something that's you can't. It was a weird reaction, and most people weren't doing that, but the people who were reacting that way, it was like strange. It was like, what? Like, that's what you got out of my tweet? Like, that was your conclusion, that I was appropriating something that you believed in? No, I was praising it. I think it's beautiful, and I was praising it. I think it, yeah, maybe I don't understand it, but anyway. So, what else am I thankful for? I'm thankful for, I'm thankful for a lot of it. First of all, I'm thankful for the things that are kind of selfish. I'm thankful for the way that I have grown myself, that I've changed a lot, become more my own person, less afraid to do whatever I wanted, that I have been able to take the leap and start working for myself, even though it's scary, to have saved enough to jump into that place that is scary, and still I don't know what I'm doing most of the time, but I'm trying, and I know I'm gonna get there. Jason says she's thankful for me, but too proud to admit it. I am thankful for Jason, because every time I go on Twitter and I see Jason's post, I think it's hilarious. I laugh. And yeah, so there's that. There's a selfish portion of it. I'm traveling a lot more. I get to go different places. I'm more free. Have a better relationship with my family, because I feel a little more like I can do whatever I want, becoming an adult. So I have all of that down, and I am more comfortable socially, and with relationships I'm able to discern between relationships a little bit more. I'm less naive, and people like girls that are naive and innocent. That's not me. That's not, like, you might think I'm naive and innocent right now, but that's not what I plan to be. I don't plan to be this. So I'm thankful that I've kind of gotten a little bit out of that. And there's that. Did I cover everything for myself that was myself related? Yeah, thankful that I'm more experienced with men. I know I'm able to understand the opposite gender more properly, even though I'm probably not so good at it yet, but I'm like able to understand a little bit more, understand different people. And then in general with the world, I'm thankful for technology. I'm thankful for the internet. I'm thankful for social media. However crazy it might get, people are so toxic. People are so angry and toxic. But at the same time, I think that it's a good thing, because this is just a symptom of, imagine all these people had these thoughts and beliefs before the internet. There were wars happening before the internet. People were killing each other in ways that they're not doing now. People were murdering each other and genociding and whatever, over like opinions, literally, over ideologies. People were murdering each other over ideologies. And imagine now with the internet, everybody's personal ideologies are being exposed. Imagine how much we've progressed to the point where instead of murdering each other, people are fighting it out online. And yeah, it's toxic and crazy, but like, imagine how much worse it was when you look at the way people think and how much anger and war there is. It's like it's a symptom of everybody being exposed to each other's views, like straight off the bat. Wasim says health is most important. I'm thankful for that. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I forgot about health. Yes, health is really the most important. Take care of your body. I thought I was like really sick last year and I wasn't, and so thankful. Diacritical says we're going backwards with all the censorship that is being imposed by authoritarian sad. So Dove says it's not really the case for Middle Eastern countries. Yeah, I think Middle Eastern countries have, I honestly think they've always been terrible. Like, I don't know. I haven't been around for so long, so I can't like really say, but I think it's a little bit better. Just looking at the amount of people that are being murdered in the world, I think it's a little bit better. I can't remember. I can't, like, looking back, I can't remember. I might be wrong. Looking back at the past, Middle East, in the past centuries, Middle Eastern countries, I can't imagine that they were better. That they were less violent than they are now. I mean, they're pretty violent now, and a lot of them, but I don't think it's as bad as it used to be. I think that the internet really does change things, and there's a lot of censorship now because I think we're still in the era of people getting, we're still in the era of people getting accustomed to each other's views. A lot, like, I know my family's Iranian, and I know in Iran things have changed a lot. Yeah, there's still authoritarian governments, and they're still awful, and they're still stealing from their people, but the people, because of the internet, first of all, they all use the internet, they all have VPNs, and because of the internet, the people are a lot more open-minded now, and more educated on a lot of things. And people that I would feel perfectly comfortable being around, just totally like a better culture, I think. And part of it is the internet. Dove says most were, but Lebanon, Syria, and Iran, they were better in the previous century. So, and I think that has to do a lot with their governments too. Like, their governments were a little bit better. Like Iranian, the Iranian government was more modernized before this. But now I think they're also getting better despite the government, and I think that has to do with the internet. And I'm speaking for Iran. I don't know about the other ones, but I think Iranian culture more recently is getting better despite the government, not because of the government, and I think it's because of the internet. And there's going to be all sorts of censorship. People are going to fight it, and we might end up having really crazy internet wars over it, but I think it's just the beginning. I think it's just the world adapting to open communication, the world adapting to so many people's ideas being exposed to each other, the veil being lifted, and us seeing what everybody is believing and thinking in their hearts. Iran is chaotic right now. Yes, Iran is very chaotic right now. We have family in Iran still, and it's a little bit scary for people. But a lot of rioting happening, and the Iranian government is, from what I understand, the Iranian government is asking to, they want control of people's bank accounts. So that, it's crazy. They basically want control of everybody's bank accounts. Not everybody, but people. So the people that gave the government control of, sort of like, the people who are on welfare, which is why the whole idea of communism or socialism is so scary. Dove, feel free to send the clip in the comments. I mean, send it to me separately too, but send it in the comments so people can see it. This is like something scary about socialism or communism, like just the government being so involved in people's lives. The people who supposedly were supposed to receive welfare, they're taking control of those people's assets, and they're saying, well, if you want us to help you, we have to have access to all of your bank accounts and all your assets so that we can help you and put money in there. It's so crazy. Um, I'm thankful that we are not those countries and that we are not living in a socialist regime. I'm thankful that we still have a lot of freedoms that have not been taken away from us, and we are still in a society that appreciates freedom, that appreciates capitalism, which is freedom, that appreciates the free market. And I'm not a free market absolutist, not as much as I used to be, for sure not. I'm not a free market absolutist. I really am not. But also, the ability to be in control of your own assets without government intervention is such a beautiful thing. And I think we should all be very thankful for that. California right now is kind of a shit show. California, where I'm from, it's like every year it gets worse. Like whenever I go back to LA, it just seems to get worse in terms of it seems to get better for the wealthy, but for the areas with poverty, it just seems to get worse. Homelessness, apparently homelessness is rampant. It just gets worse. The amount of people on welfare constantly increases. There's no motive for people to get off welfare because taxes are so high and all these government benefits vanish as soon as you start to get a job and start working. So you're basically left with a bunch of really, really rich people who can afford to live in that society without all those benefits and have somehow managed to make it to the other side. And then you're left with all these other people on welfare that that it's not worth it for them to ever get off, because why would you get off welfare just so you can work and not get any help and have to support your whole family? Why would you do that? Yeah, and the people who get hurt the most are the middle class, the people who are who are not poor enough to receive government assistance, but too poor to handle the rest. So you got a lot of people who don't go to college, don't get an education, a lot of middle class people who won't get an education just because they just can't afford it. And they're not receiving government assistance. So it's kind of it's really backwards. It's really backward and scary, and that's just and I'm thankful that that's not the reality for all 50 states, and that there are still people in the country who value less government intervention and a little bit more freedom, people's own pockets. So we have someone from California who says, oops, I missed your comment. Okay. They can't afford turkey, California's, but you're an RN working on okay pay, but California is killing. Yeah, I see people who work in the health industry, and like an RN working as a nurse, I mean, that's like a good job. That's supposed to be a good job. I see, dental hygienists and people who've got really good jobs that are supposed to, I mean, in any other state, you'd be great. You'd be golden, making money, and you went to school for it, a lot of training, and they're not. And in California, they can't sustain a normal lifestyle. They can't sustain a comfortable lifestyle because just things are getting so bad. And so yeah, what else are we thankful for? Thankful for freedom. Thankful for I'm thankful for I'm thankful for freedom for women, and the fact that women can, and I know this is like so, we know this and this has been around for a while and like, you know, but I'm thankful that women have the rights that we do. We can work, we can vote, we can have our own careers. I can do what I want. And my parents are not betrothing me to anybody. My parents can't decide that sort of life. I'm thankful that I can, that I'm given all these freedoms to pursue my own career. Yeah, I'm in another country. I wouldn't have that in a different country. What else? No water, gas sales. Have you seen Britt Bossy? Britt, have you seen, and I know you're talking about this, gas prices in LA. Have you seen the gas prices in LA? In DC, it was like between like less than $3. In LA, it was like, I came to LA and it's like almost $6 in some places, at some gas station, almost $6 for a gallon of gas. It's freaking insane. Someone says, I'm thankful I live near beautiful beaches. I'm personally thankful, so this is kind of random, but I was reading online, Melissa Benoist, the Supergirl, the star of Supergirl, the lead actress, she made a whole video on Instagram saying about how about an abusive relationship that she experienced. It was like violence, domestic violence. She was a victim of domestic violence, and so she wrote this whole thing about it, and then she recorded it in a 15-minute video. And I was thinking to myself, like, and I hear about people's stories all the time about like abusive exes and stuff like that, or abusive relationships that they're in now. I'm thankful that I have not really been in, I mean, I guess like there's like kind of like a gray line between what is considered abusive and what is not, and maybe there's borderline abusive, but I'm thankful that I've never been in a significantly abusive relationship. I mean, that, like, not that I can think of. I don't think I've been in like a really abusive relationship, and I'm lucky for that. I'm thankful for that. And you know, maybe friendships, like certain friends, but not really even that. And I'm thankful that I'm kind of free, kind of untouched. I get to do whatever I want, and I haven't really been abused. And I think that part of it is that I haven't been attracted to abusive relationships either, which is great. Adam says, is asking if this dress is from when I was from. Yes, but I like it. And yeah, I still like it. It's very rare for me to like want to wear something that I wore when I was religious, like more modest. I really don't want to ever, but this dress is so pretty and I love it. And it's something, it's like I wouldn't have this sort of dress anywhere else, which is great. Okay. Anything anybody else is thankful for? I'm really thankful for this live stream. And I talked about like changing it up and maybe limiting the amount of live streams I do per week because it takes time or whatever. Maybe putting it behind a paywall to make it more protected, maybe and also to make to be able to support myself doing it, and maybe or to like spend more time on my edited vlogs. I talked about all that stuff, and I've come to the conclusion that if I wasn't making any money from this, I would still be doing it. This is I'm so thankful for this. This is like what I love doing. I love talking with you guys and having this whole platform. It's like, I'm so happy for it. So I want to just keep doing what I'm doing, and anyway, consistency is key, right? Britt says, I'm thankful that my 15-year-old daughter is a total gem. Adults love her. Being proud of your kid is like a huge deal. That's huge. And for her new puppy. That's really awesome. Yeah, being proud, like, I have friends who are literally afraid for their future children. Like, they're not even married or having children or anything, but like, they're already afraid. Like, oh no, what if I'm not proud of my future kid? And it's like, dude. Kilmatic says, keep it up. Thank you, Kilmatic. I really appreciate that. Yeah, you know what? I was having this conversation with the whole success of businesses, and any sort of, and I was having this conversation with my dad and a few other people in general about being successful in any sort of business or undertaking. Consistency is key, right? That's how I became monetized on YouTube. I just kept doing this every night, and I just want to keep doing that. Just want to keep doing it, because whatever could use improving, and I still want to hear your opinions on like how I can improve, and send me your comment on this live stream. Put it in the comments so that I can see it even afterwards. Put it in the comments of the live stream, not the chat. Put it in the comments. Any opinions that you have, any ideas for improving, I always want to hear it. Improving, or you can DM them. Improving, making the live streams better, or making the vlogs better, or ideas of things that you want me to talk about. However much they can be improved, it still seems to be working. It still seems to be something that that some people are enjoying as much as I'm enjoying. So that's what I'm just gonna keep doing it. All right, I think I gotta go. Tonight's live stream might be a little bit cut short, and hopefully you enjoy your Thanksgiving. Barry says, I miss a lot of your videos. I've been busy, but if you need anything, let me know. Thank you, Barry. Jim says, I'm thankful that Pardes is being herself and not another phony. I try to be real with you guys. I try to be comfortable with myself so I can be real with you guys. And I'm thankful for that people aren't so critical of me like I expect them to, because that makes a huge difference. Okay, so happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you enjoy Diacritical. I hope you're having an amazing time. Whatever you do, whatever you're doing, enjoy, kick back, watch a fun movie, get yourself a massage, put your feet in Epsom salt and relax and read a book. And I'll see you all tomorrow. In the live stream. Tomorrow's live stream will probably be early also, because I'm with family and they're going to be keeping Shabbat. So tomorrow's live stream will be early also. And all right. See you all tomorrow.